so I'm here with the members of a new local band, Skunk Dust, and I'm Sydney Stevenson. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Danny Lentz.
I'm Chris.
Is there anyone else in the band besides the both of you guys?
Yeah, we have our bassist Sam and our singer Emily. Currently looking for a drummer. We'll find that eventually. But the other two couldn't make it today, unfortunately. But I think we can cover all the topics.
At least try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What instruments do you guys play?
I'm currently hopping around instruments, playing mandolin, dobro, steel guitar, 6-string guitar.
16 string guitar, a 12 string guitar, learning the bass, play the keyboard, drums, just anything you put in front of us we'll try to play.
Very well rounded. What do the other members do in the group?
Sam is our bassist, and Emily's a singer, and she also plays 6-string guitar. So she's currently learning the banjo, and we will get to that eventually. Hopefully, add that in some songs too. So.
Nice. How long have you guys been playing together?
Chris and I met almost 20 years ago.
Long time.
And yeah, we played. That's when we were both learning, and we both started together 20 years ago. Used to play at a local park at 3 in the morning and played till the cops ran us out. And,
Good times.
yeah, a lot of good times down there and stuff. Recently, here a couple years ago, Chris looked me up and got a hold of me and was wanting to jam again, wanting to start, playing, start a band and stuff. So, so we started playing again. Yeah, that's where we're at.
So how'd you guys meet Emily and Sam to get the whole band together?
Well, Sam was my roommate for quite a few years. Actually, still is. So I still live with Sam. And Emily was met at an open mic night. I'd actually quit my job and went down to an open mic night, and she played very nervously, but she played, and we sat down at the same table as her, and I played her guitar just at the table, and had a lot of same interest in music, so we went ahead and tried to start a band, and told Chris, hey, let's start playing again too, and we picked Sam up on the way. And
This is where we're at.
yeah.
Nice. So as you guys just shared, you personally have past musical experience, but do you guys have any past band experience?
I do. I've been in and out of a lot of bands throughout my early to mid 20s. Actually, I should say my teens to my mid to late 20s. Been in all kinds of different genres of bands: grunge, metal, country, blues. Done pretty much all on that. Took a break from my late 20s till now. About 8 years, hadn't been in a band. Just getting back into it. So it's a good feeling. It's good to be back playing with some people again,
Yeah. Have you had any experience?
I've been in one band, which was him, a long time ago. And since then, I would get together with my family. We're pretty musical. There'd be 10 or 15 of us get together and play. But most of mine has been on my own. I've used programs and done electronic music and just multiple different genres like him, We like music, so to pick which one we want.
Yeah.
It's music.
Absolutely.
With this experience, do you think it helps you with this band that you guys are in now?
Oh, absolutely. I think if anybody out there is interested in playing and wants to learn, wants to be in a band, your best way to learn is to play with other musicians. Go to open jams, open mics, go to your local music shop, talk to people there. You can definitely get somebody that's gonna enlighten you on what you're doing wrong and help you become the musician you want to be.
Jam with people better than you.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Just to get yourself out there and just
Mhm.
have that experience to go
Absolutely.
forward. So what kind of music does this band play? I know you mentioned earlier that you guys just hop around, but what is like this band play?
As of right now, we're mostly doing country, country covers. We have a few picked out and stuff that we're working on. We're kind of still new, so
Everybody's
obviously,
got to get in sync.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
It takes a
Definitely.
while.
yeah. Obviously, we're still working on that, and everybody's just find time to get together and play, and eventually we're hoping to get some little heavier, older rock and roll in there. Country, rock and roll, maybe even some blues. All
Definitely
together.
blues.
Yeah.
Build yourself up and go from where you're at.
Yep. Absolutely.
So what are your current favorite songs to play?
My favorite song, hands down, to play is Irene Goodnight, old Lead Belly tune. Just really good song, kind of has some sentimental meaning to me, so just love to do that song.
I like a lot of Jim Croce, so some of his songs are very difficult, and for personal practice, I like to do those, like Time in a Bottle, or
Mm-hmm.
I like to do Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Just, for me, that's good finger exercises, but
Yeah.
everybody likes their own stuff. I like just jam too and thrash, it's
Mhm.
fun. So,
That's fun. So if you had to form a set list for a show right now, what songs would be in it?
Obviously, the ones we're working on. But couple that I would pick, I guess, we're working on one, Flowers on the Wall by Statler Brothers. I play the dobro on that. I always found that to be a very fun song to play. And Irene Goodnight.
we're working on a song called Never Leave Harlan Alive. It's a good kind of folk song, it's slow.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we'll play House of the Rising Sun, or, I mean, it's whatever the mood brings.
Yeah.
We can be old Hank Sr. to Jimi Hendrix, so it's hard to
Yeah.
tell.
Sounds like it would be a good show. What goals does Skunk Dust have for the rest of 2018?
I think rest of 2018 we want to get a good set list together and do a show.
Tighten up and
Yeah, before the end of the year, obviously find a drummer. That's
Yeah.
that's probably our biggest goal right now, is to find a drummer. So
and everybody's a drummer, so please have your own drum.
yeah.
Yeah. So what are your future goals for the year of 2019 coming up?
More shows, like you said, just start getting out there and
Get known, get
go from covers to
a fan base, get
see
some,
what happens.
Yeah.
hopefully get our own songs wrote. I know Chris and I personally together have worked on a lot of original stuff and just
Mm-hmm.
we've probably got more chemistry of playing than anybody else, any other two members in the band, so we can get together and we can just come up with stuff and just play.
Mhm.
If I play something, he can follow it. If
Yeah.
he plays something,
Right.
I can follow it.
And that's on various instruments. Sometimes he's bass, sometimes I'm bass. So.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Then with being that diverse, you can hand it out to like Sam to do the
Right.
bass and stuff
Exactly,
like that.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, so like if he was on bass and I was on mandolin, we're playing something, we like it and stuff,
Mhm.
we can always say, hey Sam, play this, and then Chris can jump back on the sixth string. And,
And we, as individuals, try to encourage everybody to add their own little creativity in there.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I mean, it's not, you're going to play it like this.
Yeah.
So, if you can put a spin on it, then we'll work with it. If it sounds good, it sounds good. But
Mhm.
if it don't, it don't. So,
Maybe one day you guys can all play and have Sam just flow with you guys.
yeah,
that's the goal.
Yeah.
Sam's, he's a pretty good bassist. he can usually figure the stuff out pretty quick, and he's got
Yeah, with more time, he's going to be good. I mean,
yeah.
really good.
Definitely. So as you guys said, are you guys all cover songs at the moment?
As of right now, yes. We
If it's not just him and I jamming, yeah.
yeah.
Are there any
Um,
plans for writing your own songs in the future? or
There
anything?
are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We've we like he said, we've worked on stuff musically. We've worked on stuff, and I've read some lyrics from our singer Emily that she sent to me before. So, and I think she wants to obviously make a song out of them. So,
Yeah.
it's stuff that we just need to work on, and as time goes on, the
And
songs will come.
That is key. Time.
Yeah. So what types of places have you played or want to play at?
Probably mostly bars around town here. Weasel Boy would probably be one of the first, and
Mhm.
hopefully work our way up to some bigger bars like the Barn, the Smiling Goat. They have bands in there a lot. We know a lot of musicians as well
Mhm.
that do benefits, charity benefits, and stuff like that. I'm sure that once we're ready, we can get to talking to them.
Mhm.
I'm sure I can get us on a set list
Mhm.
and do some charity events. A big one we've talked about is nursing homes, trying to go and play because we play a lot of old country. So play for some old folks and
Mhm.
you know,
Bet
hopefully
they
give
enjoy
them
it.
hopefully give them a good time.
Yeah. So at any point you think you'll have like any guest spots in the band or anything?
Any guest spots? Can you elaborate on that? What do you
Like
mean?
any other musicians coming in and playing
We don't want to
instruments
name
at-
drop, but yeah, we do jam with some good people,
Yeah.
especially known bands.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like he
we-
said, we know a lot of people.
Yeah, and I mean, people stop by and doesn't matter who it is. If it's a musician, we usually end up playing music
Whether they're
Mhm.
strong or weak, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
in the band or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's
Always a place.
yep. We
It's
like
the
he
connection.
said earlier, we invite some better musicians over a lot because obviously it's a never-ending learning experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Playing music, you will always be learning.
Mhm.
And
Nobody ever
you want to
is
challenge
wrong.
yourself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that gets rid of boredom.
Yeah.
So have you two faced any struggles with being in the band so far?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. There's always struggles. There's always something to deal with.
Finding time to get together,
Mhm.
finding people's schedules so that, things happen. Life
Yeah.
happens.
Definitely.
And you just can't always commit to it. So
Mhm.
you need a certain amount of individuals at least in order to have a band.
Yeah.
But when something happens or life happens or a job or they gotta move away or whatever, it takes away. So then you
Mhm.
gotta start back over from scratch. You have to reinvest the time into the people so that you guys can synchronize and bond and so that the music just flows out. It's not so much work all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
You want to have fun while playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Have you had any struggles staying with him or anything
Um,
different?
well, today I cut the tip of my finger off, so kind of unable to play any stringed instruments right now besides slide. So that put a little dilemma on our practice today.
Mhm.
But that'll heal up and I'll get back to playing. It never stopped Tony Iommi, so it's not gonna stop me either.
Yeah. Like you said, life happens.
Exactly.
So you'll
Yeah.
have to start over. But
Yeah.
so is there any what's the story behind Skunk Dust?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, met Emily at that open mic, and I've been jamming with Chris forever, and Chris had been wanting to start another band, and we just been jamming here and there when we could, Chris and I, and I guess Emily kind of brought it all together and made it happen unknowingly.
Mhm.
I don't think she even knows this, but she was pretty persistent on wanting to do this, and
Yeah.
kind of kept me going on it, and then getting Chris involved really helped a lot too. And with our past experience in playing and everything, you know, we already knew each other's styles, and
Mhm.
we knew each other could play. You know,
Yeah.
Chris is a great musician, playing by ear, just picking something up and knowing where the note is, like
Yeah.
right away.
It's really talented.
Yeah, very much so.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. But yeah, we put it all together, and
Yeah.
we're making it happen. Still need a drummer. But can't stress that enough. But we-
Have everything together besides drummer,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, we'll get that.
Yeah.
I've been looking. So, we'll have.
So
If not, one
Skunk
of us
Dust.
will do it.
Yeah.
Do I now?
Said if not, one of us will do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We can
Pick it up.
figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So Skunk Dust. What's the name behind it? Well, what's the meaning behind it?
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Not much behind that, you know. We just kind of came up with it one day. We just decided. Sounds like a cool band name, you know. We could,
Run with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, with many bands that are out there that are famous today and big, they didn't start with the name that they have
Yeah.
as they do now. Like Pink Floyd was the TC,
Right.
so
Led Zeppelin, New Yardbirds, though.
the new
Yeah.
the new Yardbirds. So it all changes over time. So
Mhm.
it's nothing we're 100% committed to. Just
Only time can tell, right?
think it sounds good right now. So
Right.
so we're
You guys mentioned a couple names earlier, but what's the band's biggest inspiration right now?
I wouldn't say anybody in particular. I'd just say probably old country.
Mm-hmm.
70s and earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just we all listen to a lot of Hank. We all, like a lot of the same older country and stuff. Even bluegrass, I would say, is part of it too.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
With some of the instruments that we're trying to incorporate, like the dobro and the mandolin and stuff. They're
Right.
definitely
More about the music than production.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
So tell me about like your guys' practices.
Well,
show up, loosen
yeah.
up a little bit, socialize.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
tunes up.
Trying to have a beer or two before we play.
Right.
Yeah.
That usually gets you a
Loose.
little more social and
Mhm.
loose and everything. Usually we take a minute to talk, like, hey, what song we're gonna do first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Run through it. If we have a hiccup in it, we
Do it
run
again.
through it again. And sometimes it can be stressful. You run through a song 4 or 5 times in a row, and you're like, still not getting it down. You're like, oh
Yeah.
man, but
Be
What?
frustrated.
That's the growing pains.
yeah,
Mhm.
So-
yeah. It helps a lot though if you say, okay, let's move to the next song. We'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then a lot of times you come back to it and you're like, man, we nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
That and learning them on your own time. I mean, practice is the time where everybody comes together, but
Yeah.
you can find a few minutes throughout the day. I mean, you're not that busy, let's be real. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
play the song,
Mhm.
all right? And you're only helping yourself, which then in turn helps everybody else.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
So if anyone wants to check out Skunk Dust, you guys' material, or just contact you, where would they be able to find you guys?
A self-addressed stamped envelope to, with a donation to our practice room here at 874 Lexington Avenue.
right?
Would be appreciated. And
If we get enough going, things, equipment, then yes, we'll have a YouTube channel and a Facebook and all that stuff. But again, it's just it's in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you build and you build and you build, and sometimes something in life comes down and knocks all your blocks down. So you just got to pick them up,
Keep
stack them
building.
on it again. Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
money would be helpful, but
Mhm.
hey, that's not what's really important. It's the people we're looking for. So
Yeah.
The drummer
We-
you're looking for.
We have the equipment we need right now,
Mhm.
and money's something that I'm not really too concerned about. This is more of a hobby than a living.
right.
Definitely.
Something I like to do in my spare time. I've always liked to do in my spare time.
Yep.
And yeah.
Well, that's all the questions that I have today. Would you guys like to add anything else?
Yeah, if any musicians or lyricists or whatever you are, if you want to hang, cool, hit us up. You want to try your talent out, hey, we're here to try. And even if you don't, just keep doing what you're doing. So,
I'm for your drummer. Bring a set.
yes, bring your own drums, please.
Well, thanks for taking the time to sit with me here today.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.